that in order to get into these hearings, you have to have a ticket.
I'm so glad you said this, Dean. I don't know, 110%, they were all invited in by the Democrats, 110%.
Now, to get a ticket, one of the Demon Rat aides has to give it to them.
Yep. They'll never admit this. They'll never admit this. It's 100% true. They were all invited in by the Democrat Party. And this was something you have to plan weeks in advance. You can't just invite someone in that day.
Correct.
They've been planning this.
Now, here's the other point. Once they're being brought out because they're disruptive, and they handcuff them with the plastic ties. However, they are still shooting off their weapon. They're still shooting off their mouth. Why don't they act, and the first thing they do is duct tape their mouth?
Well, that's probably not good optics. I would say that for real, though,
people?
I mean, I don't know if you're serious about that, but I think
a
real solution
about it because they're still acting, they're still screaming and yelling. So what's the point of arresting them?
Well, they're really not even being arrested. They're being executed out, and they're being let out, and they're being asked.
I
Do
like
you
that
mind?
word, though.
Yeah. Do you mind if we arrest you? Do you mind? And so they just really need to do it. All right, so here's the deal, folks. Coming up, thank you for the call, Dean. Big report from Alex Jones after this break. You're not going to want to miss it. Big report from Alex Jones on the other side of this break. Then we're joined by Roger Stone in the fourth hour. But Alex Jones is coming up with a breaking report. This is the Alex Jones Show, filling in for Alex and Owen Schroyer. We'll be right back.
Did you hear? Christmas is coming in October. Black Friday's coming in October. Cyber Monday's coming in October. What's really coming in October is incredible deals, 50% off at InfoWarsStore.com and free shipping. And it's all to stand up against the censors that are really pushing to shut down InfoWars.com and to shut down your voice. Now, I'm sure that you've seen that they want InfoWars to go the way of the dodo bird or the way of the dinosaurs, because they themselves are collapsing and going that direction. Now, you've seen massive corporate demonization and lies about us, and you've seen the attempts to take our sponsors away and to be able to take our banking away so we can't even process orders. This is a concerted, un-American cartel mafia operation. And now, as we enter the middle of October 2018, it has intensified. Now, we have major stockpiles of incredibly high-quality supplements, T-shirts, books, films, air filtration, water filtration, you name it, built up for Black Friday, and of course for Cyber Monday, and for Christmas. But I'm not even 100% confident we'll be able to engage in commerce then. So that's why, with this concerted effort of the globals coming out on us, that Christmas is coming early, Black Friday's coming early, Cyber Monday's coming early. All those sales we had planned for the next 2 months are now condensed into starting now. And until things sell out, or until we are successful, or until they shut us down, who the hell knows? The point is they're moving against us everywhere and licking their lips to shut down our self-funded operation that is here because of you. InfoWars is in your hands. InfoWars has always been in your hands, and we were the #1 media organization in the world after Drudge Report. But when it came to video and audio, #1 in the election of Trump. And so they shadow banned us, and they took our sponsors, they wouldn't let us advertise, and they strangled us. And still, because of you getting the word out, we were dominating. And so now they're coming after our ability at InfoWarsStore.com to even have credit card processing. But we've got it, we've got backups, but they're like a mafia targeting those. So get your X2, even though it's selling out the last run, 50% off. Rainforest selling out, 50% off. Super Vitality, 50% off. Every supplement, 50% off. Now, I do that with air filtration, water filtration. They don't even have 50% markup to take off, but they're discounted as well. And free shipping, store-wide, InfoWarsStore.com. So this is the October Black Friday coming early. This is Christmas coming early. This is Cyber Monday coming early. This is Christmas in October. Get the great supplements you already love and need that you know are great, the 5-star ratings, and go ahead and buy your Christmas gifts so that you have them. Don't have to fight traffic. Christmas is only 2 months away, and you can support the InfoWar while getting great products to win-win. I'm counting on you. You've always come through. They know you always come through, which is why they want to deny you the right and the ability with a 5-star rated organization with the best banking scores and best credit you can have. I mean, our credit card rate's 2%. Nobody's got that. Credit card processing. They want to shut down because we're successful. We expose them. And now is your chance more than ever to step in and make sure we've got funds to go into the next year. We're in some serious times because we've been effective, we've been strong, we've been forceful, we've been successful. You've been successful by supporting us. So, InfoWarsStore.com, InfoWarsLife.com today. In this mega sale, 50% off free shipping to help bring the InfoWar to the next level. I'm counting on you. You always come through. Take advantage of this. Let's make it our most successful sale ever.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show. From the front lines of the information war, it's Alex Jones.
I have now confirmed that Hillary Clinton is planning to run in 2020, and they're going to hand her the nomination. That's why they're trying to shut down all the independent nationalist media ahead of time to clear the way for her to take Trump's legs out from under him. Stand by for this bombshell intel. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Jones here with a very important breaking news item. Now, we've heard rumors of this, and we've seen even mainstream media report that Democrats are being told that Hillary is at least looking at running for president in 2020. Well, I've got it from high-level sources, but also sources very, very close to Hillary Rodham Clinton, and I'm going to stop right there, that indeed she is planning to run, and that she's already set up in private her exploratory committee, and they're already letting other Democrats know that she's going to be the nominee. So that means even if somebody like Bernie Sanders wins the delegates again, they'll just have the superdelegates veto that and hand the power fraudulently to her. So it's a repeat of what happened in the primaries in 2016, the total arrogance. The Republicans tried the same thing on Trump, but it didn't work because we said, no, that's a fraud. They tried to sell the idea, but we revolted against it. But the Democrats are so controlled, they didn't. Now, I'm going to get to the big news here in a moment, but just setting the table for this, Hillary basically controls the Democratic Party. Soros funds about 80% of it. And then she's got a couple billion still left in her foundation. It's legally hard for her to get that out and use it unless she uses some of it on the campaign. So she uses it for mansions and private jets and payoffs and things right now, and financing lawsuits against me, and trying to shut down the real American media ahead of her running in really about a year. So she would be announcing in about a year, maybe even sooner. Trump was smart to announce, what was it, 6 months ago, to get ahead of all this and to go ahead and start campaigning now, because in truth, the campaign cycle never really ends. But here's the big news. I've talked to high-level Republicans, I've talked to high-level Democrats, and I've confirmed that because she has the money, she has the power, the Democratic Party is so authoritarian that it doesn't matter if she can hardly walk. It doesn't matter if she has coughing fits everywhere. It doesn't matter if she looks like she's 20 years older than she is. It doesn't matter if she reportedly drinks a bottle of vodka every day. She's so arrogant, so power grasping, just like Bill Clinton's looked like a corpse for 10 years. What keeps them alive is the thirst for power, the thirst to dominate America and do the handover of America to the Chi-Coms and the globalists. Now, here's the big news. I know a lot of people that obviously have done security for Hillary Clinton. And I know people currently that have very, very close connections to Hillary. And I happen to know some folks who don't like Hillary very much because of Benghazi. And I'll leave it at that. But I will tell you, just because the enemy already knows that what I speak being true, that the arrogance of Hillary being rude, not only to every security detail she's ever had, that I'll tell you about in a moment, but also being very, very rude and hateful to even senior people under her and senior people currently in the Central Intelligence Agency. So I had the fourth person from the CIA yesterday in person tell me that they have confirmed that Hillary is running and basically giving the same intel that I just gave you. And these folks don't like her because, again, of Benghazi. And it wasn't Tonto. That's not who told me. But let's just say, because the enemy already knows all this stuff, that it was somebody who served with them. And this is the fourth person from the CIA. And when I say CIA, I mean the real CIA, not the leftist professor CIA, where they just hand out little CIA cards to them all so they can feel powerful and let them dox everybody and let them have database. So if Antifa tries to make you run them over in Portland, you're an old man. They then dox your car within minutes. They've got the police down the street, uploading information. So this information comes from the State Department. This information comes from the CIA. This information comes from the Secret Service. The same Secret Service that told us a month before Hillary fell down on 9/11 in 2016, look, we can't give you any classified info, but she's got a tent. She's having convulsions every 45 minutes on average. She's got a black ambulance. And if you just have reporters follow her, Alex, you will catch her collapse. 2 weeks later, Billy Weaver caught him with her in a tent for over an hour, running in with emergency stretchers, and then she didn't even do the event. Then 2 weeks after that, she fell on her face like a sack of potatoes. And the Secret Service said they threw her in the van, in the black ambulance, the camouflaged ambulance, like a sack of potatoes. The clandestine ambulance. So she's even in worse health now than she was. She's had multiple brain surgeries. And she just treats everybody like crap. And we can sit around and we can laugh at Hillary and think about how pathetic this is, but remember why she thinks she can still win. She already wanted to shut down the independent media and the nationalist media once she got elected president. She'd given the dark heart speech about me and said they were going to shut down the, quote, fake news. That means the real news. But even though she lost, her stay-behind networks are still moving forward with this, and big tech, working with mainstream media, is shutting down their competition, not just ahead of the midterms, but ahead of 2020. And so that's why she thinks that what Trump had to support him in 2016 won't be there when she announces, I'd say within the next year, maybe even 8 months or so. So look for Hillary to announce within the next 8 months to 12 months. And by then, they'll have total censorship in place if Trump doesn't take action to move against this racketeering and this cartel. So that's why she's so incredibly arrogant and still thinks she can win. Because if we lay down, they could put her in there, like Matt Drudge joked 6-7 years ago, as a floating brain in a jar with bubbles, oxygenating her. So we're talking about a brain in a jar. And then the system ensconcing that as a sick joke against the titan that we have in there right now. So that's why this is so incredibly important. Now, I was first told this by Secret Service 10 years ago. I was then told about it by former Blackwater people who were also CIA. And then I was told this by more State Department people. And then I was told this by federal police, U.S. Marshals. And then now I've been told about it from 4 different people from the CIA. Okay? And I guess enough was thought of this yesterday for me to get the message with let's just say, particular documentation. So this was, information that you're meant to have. I'm going to leave it at that. That whenever they have a dog clear a hotel room or anywhere she was at bases overseas, she would say, get that effing piece of crap out of here. You're a bunch of animals in the military. You're a bunch of scum. You're retards. Don't even look me in the eyes. She would do in briefings in the State Department and CIA, overseas and domestically. She is a monster crazy person. When you see her walking around strutting with that big demon smile, I mean, she is a borderline personality disorder, total narcissistic psychotic, with absolute delusions of grandeur on an unlimited psychotic power trip. I mean, she is Medusa on PCP. And people are fed up with her. Now, she's been left alone because she's so damaging to the Democrats and so pathetic. Like Trump said, he goes to sleep every night and dreams of what pathetic weaklings these people are and how he's going to crush them in 2020. The problem is they're going after the low-hanging fruit, yours truly, Alex Jones, and trying to destroy me. And they've reached out with olive branches through New York Times operatives and others in the last 2 years. I just leave Soros alone and trying to confuse the gender of kids alone and the Islamics alone, that I'll be left alone. Well, I know Beck got that same message 4 years ago and he rolled over. I'm not rolling over. So just understand that. But this is really huge news that I'm giving you. And basically, it's now gotten where it's from the rooftops. I'm being told this. And I'm being asked, why aren't you covering it? Why aren't you telling people? And I'm like, okay, I'm going to cover it. I'm going to talk about it. But again, you can look at mainstream news where she's preparing this. But we have to get out ahead of this and just talk about how ridiculous and pathetic it is, and just how controlled the Democratic Party is, so that when she does run and do it all, it'll blow up their face even worse. Because they're going to steal the nomination again, which is going to make all their people not vote again or go vote for Trump. Because we do have to battle the whole Taylor Swift phenomenon, all the propaganda she's involved in, and the fact that, you know, she's kind of an ace in the hole for them. So let's not get too confident here, but things are going really, really well as humanity awakens and as the pro-human future develops. But I'm going to stop right there. I'm asking all of you right now to get this out to everyone you know. Now back to Owen Schroyer and a live broadcast at Infowars.com/show. If you don't get this information out, nobody will. I'm counting on you, folks.
And I'll tell you what, they might do something with Hillary Clinton campaigning on a video screen. She never actually makes a physical appearance. Think about that.
We all know that the outside toxins in the water is a serious health issue. InfoWars is proud to sell incredible filters, but it's almost impossible to keep up with every faucet, shower, and sink in your home. That's why we're bringing you something to provide clean water for your whole house with one system. The ProPure Whole House Water Filtration System is an advanced 4-stage compact filtration system that will provide water filtration for your entire home, removing 220 plus contaminants from your water. It's compact in size, easy to install and maintain, and keeps fluoride and other dangerous toxins out of your water supply and away from you and your family. With its broad spectrum contaminant reduction, you'll only need this one filter for clean and refreshing water all over your home. Head to InfoWarsStore.com, and whether it's your first water filtration purchase or you're looking to replace your current rundown systems, it's time to go big and go home with the ProPure Whole House Filtration System today.
Hey guys, my name is Savannah Hernandez, and if you're always on the go like me, then you're not always tied to your computer or TV. So we just released our free InfoWars official app. The InfoWars official app includes all of our live broadcasts like War Room with Owen Schroyer, Real News with David Knight, and the holy grail of podcast and radio, The Alex Jones Show. And the best part about the InfoWars official app is that every single time we go live, you get notifications so that you never miss a beat. So whether you're in the car or on a run, this app makes it easy to keep the InfoWars right in your pocket. So what are you waiting for? Download...
Not so fast, InfoWars. Apple banned your app.
I help too.
Ah, Oliver.
I hate free speech too.
We hate free speech. We hate free speech. We hate free speech. We hate free speech.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Roger Stone joining us here, but we have a hurricane in Florida that has just made landfall at Panama City Beach. The flooding is already disastrous, and Sean is calling in from Florida. He's just an hour inland. So I wanted to go to Sean here, just get an update of what the weather is like an hour inland. Sean, what's it looking like for Florida right now?
Yes, sir, Owen. I'm actually in Milton, which is a small part of Pensacola. I'm about 2.5 hours from Panama City, where it's made landfall, Michael. Looking out my window, like I said, 2.5 hours away, you really can't see a whole lot. There's not trees blowing around. It's nothing. I mean, you wouldn't know that there's a hurricane 2.5 hours away that's blowing 150 miles an hour. Put it that way, where I'm at. So I'm actually safe and got a lot of family that's in this area. We're all safe, but anybody in the Panama City area, if you didn't evacuate, well, I sure hope you got your stuff together because it's nasty. And I don't feel like it got the attention that it needed here locally and how strong this storm was going to be.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It becomes a news phenomenon more than anything. And because this wasn't a news phenomenon, it seemed like nobody really cared, and it just sprung up on people.
Exactly. That's it. I'll give a quick shout out. SpaghettiModels.com, Mike's weather page. He became very familiar or very popular in the last several years, since 2004. He does his own, basically, website, and he takes all the radars from all over the place and puts them on one page, really easy to see. He's been saying the same thing, that, he doesn't know what the deal is with Pensacola, Gulf Breeze, our area, Escambia County, the furthest western part of the Panhandle, not giving the storm the coverage it needs, period.
It just didn't have the human interest. It just didn't have the ratings. Other stuff did, Sean. Thank you so much for the call. And Roger Stone joins me. He's also he's in South Florida, so the hurricane storm is going to miss him. But we bring Roger Stone in now. What do you think of that, Roger? Why the lack of media coverage on this deal?
Well, there's so much going on, Owen, between the Kavanaugh struggle, the extraordinary comments of Hillary Clinton today, essentially starting a civil war in America, the startling revelations by the general counsel of the FBI that Rod Rosenstein was entirely serious when he talked about entrapping the president of the United States on a wire in order to take him down under the 25th Amendment. Is just a lot of breaking news. And I think with all of these national events, many people have not caught on to the fact that one of the most powerful hurricanes in history is about to hit the northern portion of Florida. This, of course, is the district of Congressman Matt Gaetz. I know that Gaetz is very closely monitoring the situation, that he is in constant communications with all of the federal agencies involved to ensure that there are no delays in getting people help they may need, backstopping the president. I know the president and Governor Rick Scott are very focused on this coming emergency. And Floridians are somewhat used to this. We're a hardy lot down here. I can say that we're not expected to feel the results here in South Florida other than some winds and a stiff rain, but our prayers and our best hopes go out to our friends and fellow Floridians to the north.
What do you make of Hillary Clinton's comments, Roger? I think that she's such a desperate woman. She hopes that she can start a civil war, maybe to distract from all the crimes that she may be convicted of in the near future.
Well, I can sum this up really in one big word: greed. The Clintons are epically greedy. Not only is Hillary a short-tempered, foul-mouthed, self-centered kleptocrat, but she has still not gotten over her defeat at the improbable 2016 election. And she hopes to try to re-engineer this, foment the impeachment of our president, and perhaps take another shot at the Oval Office. We're going to cover this in great length on the other side, Owen, when we continue the Alex Jones Show. But I really think this is about the money. The real question is, with these criminals, how much is enough?
What right now is massive rampage force. Go ahead.
Alex, last night I was on with Laura Ingraham, and I had done the Alex Jones Show yesterday. I'd done the War Room. She's not on until 9:40 Central. That's 10:40 Eastern. I was exhausted. I popped 2 Brain Force Plus, and I was good as new. I mean, it really is mentally stabilizing, mentally energizing. Tonight, I'm on with Tucker Carlson. The same thing. I'm going to put in a full day here at InfoWars. I'm going to go on with Tucker tonight. Thank goodness for this great product. This is my all-time favorite because it's so effective, and it doesn't give you that jacked up energy drink feeling. You can sleep with it. And when you stack it with the